All right, let's call the meeting to order. Pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Devin, anyone online? Public comment?
We've got one attendee, but I don't see a hand raised, so we'll give another moment here. We're all set.
Good. I need a motion to approve the minutes from October 28th.
Motion.
Second.
Any corrections, changes? Okay, all those in favor state by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, motion carries. Correspondence, Kat, anything?
Nope. Nothing.
All right. Reports, chair report. We're making excellent progress, and it's going to be a pretty spectacular project when we're all done. That's my report right now, based on what I'm seeing. People are going to be very happy. Joe, anything on the council?
I know Kathy and Kat put out a couple of dates for the council to come up and view the building before the end of the year, and they're reserving those, but nothing else new to report.
Okay. Chris, anything on FHS?
No. We're just wrapping up. I mean, it's all punch lists and invoice approvals for the most part. Just the one thing that did come up, I think, if I didn't speak out of school, and last time we talked about maybe doing another tour of the building on the 9th at our meeting. Is that correct?
We're going to be later in the agenda moving the meeting to the 16th of December.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
There
Okay.
will be a tour at that meeting.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to extend, I thought just extending an invitation out to my committee members on the high school committee to join us when we do a tour.
Yeah,
Okay.
or we can arrange for a separate tour.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Thanks, Chris.
Yep.
Chris, anything? Go right to Jeff.
Yeah, Nick can talk to most of the items, but progress has been great, and we have a inspection on December 5th with the state. They're coming to review the vault. That's been scheduled. That will be another big step towards completion.
So, all right, Jeff, contractor there.
Yeah, so things are progressing well inside the building. All the blinds are in throughout the building. Cleaners are working in the offices right now up on the 3rd floor. It's going to take them a little bit to kind of work their way down, doing a rough clean. 2nd floor is kind of in the same state as the 3rd floor. Cleaners will be moving down to the 2nd floor probably later in the week or early next week. 1st floor flooring is going in the corridor. All the gym wall panels and pads are in. The acoustical panels are in, and we're working on the above ceiling panels in there. The wall panels are in the dance room as well. All the appliances are in the break room. Elevator contractor is on site. They're hoping to be wrapped up next week with their work. The mason is done with their walk-in fills and whatnot around the elevator as well. So getting them on site and them wrapped up is a huge step in the right direction. So we're still tracking for that early January completion.
Just a question on the lighting.
Yeah.
For the cupola. I know you said we're changing those over to the LED stuff. Has that been?
The work is not complete yet, but it's in progress.
What's an above ceiling panel?
There are acoustical clouds in the gym, sound panels that hang down below the ductwork.
Below, oh, so you see them?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they're 19 feet off the gym floor.
Okay. Well, we'll see them next week.
How about the dance room? The dance room, is that sound?
Yes, it has the sound panels on one wall, the back wall, and the other wall has full height mirrors.
Any other questions? Just on the vault, the inspection from the state.
Yep.
Do you anticipate anything going wrong there along with inspection? Does the state have to inspect for the elevator?
The state will have to inspect for the elevator. Once the elevator is complete, they'll have to call directly for the state inspection, but we don't foresee any
Okay.
And then the vault, the storage units are going, the storage shelving is going in as we speak. So
Yeah. Primarily coming out to make sure that it was built to the plans and specifications that they reviewed and approved previously.
Okay.
And they did see it before the drywall, so they already had a pre.
Oh, they had to do a inspection prior to the vaults. All right, we will go to F6, the financial subcommittee report. Chris?
Yeah, we have the invoice package as to be presented with change orders. Russ will go over and provide the detail, but generally we're, looking good on the relative to the contingency. But we'll provide greater detail there. We have some proposals to review also that we'll go through with Cap.
Okay. All right, thanks. Captain, on the financial report, do you want to go through that now, or we'll do it once we get to new business with the packages?
Yeah, it probably makes sense to do it after new business because you'll see the things that we've moved around.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, G1, I need a motion to approve the invoice packages as presented.
Motion.
Second.
Okay, Russ, do you want to take this for the change order? It's on the invoice package. Thank you.
So we have Silver Petrocelli's monthly bill for $22,000. We have INTL bill for work performed to date for $350 for the month. J. Appaluccio for $72,390 for their work completed through October. KBP for their monthly billing for $1,316,151.86. Excuse me, and these have all been reviewed and approved internally and with Silver, Chris Hardy and his group. KBE change orders. Our first change order is for the framing around the elevator shaft for the existing elevator that was taken out for $8,887.51. This was a result of an RFI. Provide some more detail on how to frame through that opening to for the flooring, for the floor and the concrete below on the bottom slab. Change order 54, $5,715.75. This is for the windows on the building, the stairs. Once the wall was opened up, we found that there were three different window types, three different windows themselves. It wasn't one individual window, so we had to pay additional trim, metal on the window. A little expensive, but it's done. Wouldn't have known about it until the walls were opened up. We have a change order request, 60 for credit for lintels that were not used in the project, $4,500. Sprinkler room, change order 67 for $7,000. Heat, sprinkler room heat for $7,926.05. Some of you may be aware, back in the high school project, we had a problem that the backflow preventer froze last January when it got real cold. We typically don't heat these areas. However, after what we went through up there for nearly almost $30,000, we felt it was a wise choice to put some heat in this room to protect the fire sprinkler system. Change order number 68, we added additional soffits in rooms 106 and 109, and some patchwork work and some of the exterior lights for $3,859.59. Change order 69, we added the FRP wall protection for 3 water fountains so that if somebody splashes water, it doesn't hit the sheetrock directly, it's protected. For $1,794.68. The last change order, Brian Rush, our IT manager, requested additional data racks, display outlets in the NBF and IDF rooms for $3,412.20. And we sent these over to Jeff as well ahead of time. We reviewed them with Chris on the financial committee. Things in order, and Nick can attest to, we scrutinized the change orders pretty good. Dot every I, cross every T. So got what we got, but we're doing well.
All right, thanks, Russ. Any questions? All those in favor, state by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Kat, should we still look?
Yeah, go.
Let's go right through all
Yep.
these and then do the financials.
Yep, exactly.
I need a motion to approve the attached proposal from Down Against Systems for G2.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Or actually,
I'll go to it.
Yeah.
So this attachment that's included in your packet is a proposal to purchase and install book rollers. Nick and Chris mentioned that the storage units in the vault have been put in. These book rollers go in some of those storage systems. You can see them in our vault now, where the books rest on them and then you can pull them out and they roll out. So this amount would add the rollers into those storage units. And this would come out of the contingency budget.
any questions? All those in favor state by saying aye.
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 Any? Motion carries. G3, I need a motion for.
Second.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so this motion is to approve the attached quote from William B. Meyer for moving services. This is a not to exceed quote in the amount of $48,586.90, and we would be purchasing this off of the state of Connecticut contract. We internally met with Meyer. We were very successful with them in the move for the high school. So they came and they reviewed our items in town hall and gave us this number, which again is a not to exceed. They are very conservative in this number, so we do think that it'll come in lower based on when we actually do move, and then our logistics, I think when we start to plan the move, will help minimize getting close to this not to exceed number. So, you know, moving is not fun for anyone, but having the help from this professional company, we feel is money well spent. It is in our budget. You'll see when we get to the budget summary, we have 25,000 spec'd for move services. The remaining amount of $23,586.90, that balance would come out of contingency.
What date are you looking for?
We haven't set the date, but this quote allows us to be flexible in that, you know, when the time frame is. We also have to figure out, you know, are we going to do it all in one move? Are we going to have them come a couple of times? You know, each time they mobilize here is more money. So we are trying to do as much as we can in one swoop.
All right.
But again, you'll see a lot of the furniture is being reused up there. So it's a tight logistical thing where people need to use their desks and computers. So how do we keep things moving?
That was good. The question on that, this quote, you know, is it for a period of time? It won't expire or anything based on if we need to do some extensive planning or anything. So
no, we have it like move is scheduled to occur it says late 2025, early 2026 timeframe, which is kind of on par with what we've been saying. Okay. They're flexible with us. We've worked directly with them on a big move for the high school. So once we get closer, we'll firm up that date.
Okay, so like there's no 90-day time frame on the quote and then expires. And
no, we're good with that.
This gets us the boxes now, so everyone can start packing ahead of time.
Exactly.
Do you like to anticipate like a weekend type thing? On a Friday, then Saturday doing all the computer stuff, so Monday is like operation ready?
Yeah, we talked about that. It's one of the options. You know, anything outside of the normal business hours are going to be more money, but that might be the move to do. Or if it's around a holiday weekend where town halls close an extra day. We also are working with our tax office is collecting taxes all through January. We don't want to move them and cause confusion, you know, so we gotta, the puzzle pieces will fall together and we'll do what's best and most cost effective.
There's a lot of moving parts.
Hey,
And people.
tell them they're not on the bus and they're staying.
No, you don't get to go to the
Hey, we're
building.
going here if you don't want to come. No problem.
Here's how we went from the 25 and we did 23 more, just.
Yeah, we had the $25,000 in the budget. I think it's you know, probably one of the first items to get deducted when you're trying to be, you know, stay within our budget numbers. And that's why, you know, some of the times we do have a contingency to be able to cover that overage. But, you know, I think we've tried to look at it from all different angles. Are we going to move it ourselves? But it does pay to have the professional mover, especially for like, just think about all of the stuff that's in the vault, to have them help get it, and that's included in this, have them pack up the vault, get it ready, to make it in an efficient way so we can get it from point A to point B.
So this is packing up and everything.
We're packing the majority of the items. They'll supply the boxes. They did tell us things like in the file cabinets, take everything but the bottom 2 drawers out so they can move it with the bottom 2 drawers in. So it kind of saves it. I mean, Dan's nodding, he went through this. But it kind of saves some of those manual things on our staff, but we're going through and telling everybody to, you know what you need to keep, purge what you don't need to keep, just so we're not bringing things up to the new building that we don't need.
Any other questions on moving? Okay, all those in favor state by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. D4, I need a motion for that, please.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, Kat, go ahead.
All right, so this quote is from Interscape Commercial Environments. They're a local Farmington company for the purchase of furniture, again, not to exceed $213,337.07. We're purchasing this off of a state contract as well. We've met with them internally, gone through what rooms need furniture, what's the needs versus the wants, and this is a pretty good indication to start us off with new furniture where we need it. It's a lot of conference room furniture. It's a lot of, you know, we have that big meeting room. We have a number of conference rooms. So we've tried to hit the areas that need the furniture the most, those public spaces. And then we're going to create a furniture replacement program for the rest of the offices that don't get the new furniture. Our project budget for furniture is $200,000. This is slightly over.
Yeah.
We worked with them since the subcommittee met, and it came
it's
down a little bit. Yeah.
We're having our own mini meeting about this.
Yeah, we've tried to,
Do that.
yeah, it came down a little bit. So we'll use the $200,000 out of the project budget, the $13,337.07. We can cover through a town hall capital account, so it will not be project funds to cover that difference.
Right.
And again, we're going to start to build that replacement plan, but this helps us kind of create the baseline of what we want the furniture to look like so that we build cohesion and everything. You know, it's easy for us to budget because we know the cost of the desk now and everything's going to start to look the same, which will be great. We reviewed this and I have just some highlights for you guys to go through. I won't bore them with the whole presentation that I did the subcommittee on, just so you can get a sense of what the furniture is going to look like. But the Jean and Jack and the Interior Design and Finishes Subcommittee reviewed and approved this proposal. So Devin,
Problems with the capital that's coming out of the capital account?
no, we don't anticipate any problems. We've been banking money in there for some things that we may have needed here or in the transition and moving from this building to that building. So we do have funds in there.
So it's not something that we can vote from another body.
No, nope. So this is just an example of some of the furniture that's going to be in the lobby when you first walk in. We have lots of soft seating, some desk space over closer to the gym. We have some in the building now when you first walk into that breezeway area, which is actually used a lot. So it'll be a good space for people to sit, wait for an appointment, you know, with or just gather and have a quick meeting out there. So that's some of the lobby furniture. I will say the finishes and the materials that you see here have not been fully selected yet. We did pick the color for the desks. I have a sample upstairs I can show you if you're interested. But again, building that cohesive look for all of the furniture.
Can I ask, which I meant to ask as I was walking away from the last thing, do we have anything in that area for display?
Yes, behind. So you'll see where it says vestibule and then there's 2 chairs on that shared wall. There's a screen on the inside, a display, and on the other side of the wall. So when you first walk in, you'll have a display screen, and then above those seats over there is another one.
And what about like, I don't know, like we would have something wonderful come out of the high school or another school or something like the glass kind of cabinet display kind of things. Do we have anything like that anywhere?
I don't think so.
No, it's just curious.
It is cool that we'll have the display screen so we can have things,
It's so good.
announcements,
Yeah.
town meetings, you know, stuff circulating on those display boards. Here's just, we have a couple different types of desks that we see based on the type of furniture, but we've tried to standardize again the look of the desk. This is just one example that's in the town clerk's office. Devin, if you go to the next one, this is another one in recreation reception. The size, it, you know, varies based on the office space, based on where they need to have their data and power. There's some small tables in some areas because, you know, this is recreation reception. Sometimes some people have to come in and register or talk about something. So there's some meeting space for them as well. This is the break room, new furniture, but we have varying heights based on, you know, how people want to eat, a table of 2 versus a table of 6, and just different mixed furniture in there. Here's an example of some cubicle style that we have in the engineering office. They're kind of in the field a lot, so it's a quick spot for your computer to do a report or an inspection, write things up. But this fits, it's an interesting space. So we needed to kind of customize it and make sure it fits perfectly in there. And they were very impressed with what they came up with. Conference room. Again, the finishes will look a little bit different, but this is on the 3rd floor. The conference room space, it's a nice, one of our bigger conference room spaces that we have. The meeting room, this is kind of like what we've been saying, the Pavilion 2.0, with that furniture that you can move it around, do a, you know, lines for training or a U shape for a meeting, and then push everything into storage. We're very excited about that credenza. It has a built-in garbage can, so you don't have a big garbage can in the middle of the room. It's the little things. We're very excited. Here's an example of a smaller conference room that we have. This is in the town manager's office. There's conference rooms also in finance, in planning and zoning. So similar furniture, but just a smaller conference room table and similar chairs. And then here's another desk, but it has the credenza and the upper shelving. This is economic development. Again, different desks to fit the different types of spaces, but we'll have, this is a little light for the color. What we've selected is more of a walnut, a little bit darker, but not too dark. But just to give you an idea of what it looks like.
Rust is teak, isn't it?
Yeah, rusted requests.
Chestnuts.
Yeah.
So just wanted to give you kind of a high level. Obviously, there are other offices in there, but based on the size and the needs of the office, it varies. But this is kind of the overall look.
Looks good. Looks good. Any questions?
Gene and I were just saying that you mentioned that a lot of the furniture from here is going up there. That this is not all new furniture for the whole building.
Yes, I did illustrate we can take a look after, but just in case you want to visually see which offices are getting new furniture, which ones aren't, I highlighted up a floor plan to show where the new furniture is going. But it's, you know, we're starting the program. This gives us a good start. And then again, in capital, we can do, you know, like on the 1st floor, the town clerk, tax collector, and assessors do not get any new furniture. We'll put them in the plan, and then we'll try to go floor by floor.
And then subsequent, they go into capital budget.
Exactly.
Starting next year, potentially, and then
Peter,
a 5-year plan.
what was the process you guys went through to identify the manufacturer or the supplier of this furniture? Because I'm sure there are hundreds of companies out there.
So first we looked at who's on the state contract just for purchasing. It does make it pretty easy. And we don't have to go out to bid because it's already pre-selected under the state contract. We've worked with Interstate. They did a lot of the furniture in the high school, and they did the furniture for central office. And we've had a good experience with them. They, you know, we like the quality of the furniture.
So you've had a track record with them.
So yeah, we have a track record.
That's fine.
With them.
Thank you.
Anything else? Okay. All those in favor state by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries. And G5. Need a motion for G5, please.
So moved.
Captain, G5.
All right, so this quote, there's a lot of quotes on
Yep.
this, I'm sorry, is from Northeastern Communications and Electrical in the amount of $6,738.61. This adds an additional fiber line between the existing and new town hall. Funds for this would come out of the technology account and just kind of help us build that technology infrastructure.
So I had a question on this one. So this is going from here to there, and how do they run that wire? So they gotta trench it, or how?
It's already installed.
Oh, it's already installed. Oh, okay. All right. Any other questions? Okay. All those in favor state by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah, let's go into the, let's go back to the financial report.
All right, so in your packet, you have both the budget summary and the contingency log. So we've updated the numbers for KVE, Iapoluccio, Silver Petroselli based on the invoices that are here on the agenda today. KVE is about 82% used for their contract amount, Iapoluccio 54%, and Silver Petroselli is at 93% of funds expended. So we're getting close to the end. I want to point out the moving and relocation costs with the approval of the agenda item tonight that makes this line item 100% expended. The same with furniture, that will be 100% expended. Technology, we're in pretty good shape, including what's on tonight's agenda. We're at 57% of funds expended, so very in good shape for technology. And then owner's contingency, we're at 75%. So if you go over to the owner's contingency, under change orders, you see the 7 change orders that were on the agenda tonight. Under other, I put the items that we talked about. First is materials testing invoice for $350. As you can see on the budget summary, we have fully expended that line item. So the remaining invoices have been coming out of contingency. The moving balance from Meyer, $23,586.90. And then the town clerk vault book rollers for $8,451 have been added in. We're forecasting right now about $17,219 in change orders, which brings us to our current owner's contingency balance of $160,653.83.
Any questions?
Looking good.
Where was? Yeah. No, I'm
Yes.
sorry, I'm just trying to follow.
I know, it's hard.
along.
We're bouncing around.
Okay, thank you, Cap. All right, we are going to now jump to G6. We need a motion to reschedule the December 9th meeting to December 16th.
So moved.
Okay, Cap, let's talk about why we're doing this.
So we typically cancel the first meeting of the month, just, so that it gives our professional partners time to do the invoices, the pay applications, and have everything ready for us. So that's doing that. The second meeting of the month, which is the next agenda item, is a holiday week. So it's tough to get people together to have a quorum that week. So we want to have a monthly meeting because we have bills to pay. So we figured we would split the difference and try to meet on the 16th. That way it gives our professional partners time to get us the pay app. And then we avoid not having a quorum over the winter break. So we also
wanted to do a tour.
right. And we're doing a tour on the 16th.
Yeah.
Everybody can be here.
So one meeting for December.
Yes.
How does that work so far with committee members? Good. Yeah.
And just because it's a different meeting schedule, council chambers is booked, so it'll be in the town hall pavilion.
We can
We can, yeah. It'll be decorated for the holidays, so it'll be very lovely.
Can't wait now. The Christmas tree, right? Excellent. Okay. All those in favor state by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. I need a motion to cancel the December 23rd meeting.
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor state by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Other business. Do we have any other business?
The only thing I would say is if you could just stop and see me and confirm this is how you want your name to appear on the plaque. Before you
Okay.
leave, that's it.
Photos? Will you need
No, not
photos?
payment off.
You need photos of Joe's.
Oh.
A bust.
Of yours.
No,
You're the truth.
nah. Okay. Anything else? Anyone else? Any questions?
All positive. Good report. Guys, good work. Great
Yeah.
work.
And I'd just like to say the furniture, I thought that was fabulous, and the presentation, on that was, it's gonna look so sharp.
Good, sure. It's gonna be really nice.
Really nice, and I can't wait for each year for it to get people to check it out.
Yeah.
Let those people know that.
Except for the fact that there are no recliners with cup holders.
Yeah,
We'll
It's
put
very
those in the,
disappointing.
they'll put
we
those
had
in
to
the
make
capital.
that somewhere.
Jack,
And
we
then,
didn't show you
and I was
those.
thinking,
Yeah,
and that
that'll
yellow,
be next meeting.
That's where the leftover contingencies going. The Bob stores.
I wish they would have shown them the yellow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we cut that out.
Okay, one last, anything else? All right, I just need a motion for adjournment.
You do it.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All right, we are adjourned. Thank you, everyone, and have a great Thanksgiving.